Hey, welcome. So in this video, we're going to go through starting from scratch. So I'm on a blank screen right now on ChatGPT. So you're going to get to see the whole process of coming up with an idea for a social media post, then vetting that idea, and then actually creating it into a post. But we're also going to take it one step further. What you're going to see later in this video is you're going to see the fact that it's going to give us some points back and how we're making our post better, right? And that's a pretty cool feature that I've now started implementing with ChatGPT, which I think is cool. So what happened yesterday was I took one of my posts, I put it in, and I'm just like, hey, how can I make this better? And it actually gave me some really good feedback on how to make the post better. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm starting in a brand new chat from scratch here. Um, let's add this here. So I want to give it the prompt that I want it to do. So first, let's find a caption for our CTA. So you are a social media expert on Instagram. So I want to create a post to market the 5-day AI marketing challenge. So if you're in the AI Marketing Insiders community, then you would know that there is a format to actually putting in the prompt for the first time. You want to make sure that you're asking what you're asking for it to be, as well as giving a simple request, as well as including some more information, and also what you don't want. So as I'm going to be creating this, I'm just going to be using that formula. So one thing I like to do is I like to give it a lot of information. So I always say that I'm going to include the information below in brackets because that way I can just put in all the information from it. Since this is a brand new chat, it doesn't really know anything. Do not include details from the challenge, but there are people interested in taking the 5-day. And if you don't know what the 5-day AI marketing challenge is, it's somebody who's brand new, never used AI before, and actually gets to get them to create a piece of content. So something similar to what we're doing here, except it's a lot more step-by-step and structured. So by the end of 5 days, you're pretty much guaranteed if you follow it, you'll get social media content that you can actually use. All right. So I'm going to ask, can you share a caption with a CTA? You need to have a call to action. I can use for Instagram. So now what I do is I'm going to go into my notes for the 5-day AI marketing challenge. And I'm just going to put all that in here. So if you have taken the challenge or you haven't taken the challenge, you'll know that it's 5 days. So part of my notes here is just a lot of stuff. So when I created the challenge, I wanted it to be 15 to 30 minutes per day. I wanted that you could use it on pretty much any of the ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever you have. So yeah, so I'm just giving it all the information that I had from the challenge in here, and let's see what it says. One thing we talk a lot about in the AI Marketing Insiders community, if you're not part of it, I'll include a link below, is just the more you feed it, the better, right? So you really need to feed the AI a lot of information in order for it to come out with something that is more relatable to, what you want versus getting what everybody else has, where you're not really going to get yourself ahead and it's not really going to be on message with what you want. Okay, so it's come out with something here. Rare revolutionary marketing. So it's giving me a lot more than I want. I don't want that. So it's giving me a lot more than I want. So now you're going to go through the revision phase where you're going to go in there and you're going to revise it to be what you want it to be. So, unlock AI's marketing magic in just 5 days. Okay, so that's better. Give me 5 more versions. So what I quite often do is I'll pick and choose between different versions because not necessarily all of them will work. It's like discover the future of marketing in just 5 days. Yeah, I truly believe AI is going to be is the future of marketing. Like I've been doing online marketing for 20 years now, and last year everything's really changed a lot. So I'm going to take this. You could revise it a little bit more, make sure it's on message with what you want. And then I would head over to Canva. And you know what? Yeah, let's just do it in here. So I'll duplicate and I'll use this. And there's a reason why I'm going to use this. So I'm just creating this. So I've taken the caption, I've put it in here. Just to expedite this a little bit, you can create it through here, go through a lot more. I've already had something in here, so I'm just going to use it. But there's a reason why I'm using this, and you're going to see that in the next step. So your next step would be to go over to Canva, find a background. Once you figured out what background you want to use, put the text in, and voila, do it like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to go to the AI. And I'm going to ask it for its feedback, right? So, thank you for the captions. I have created this for an Instagram post. Can you share? So I did this deliberately bad. Like I deliberately, I didn't put in the emojis here because I just wanted to show you that it's going to come back and say, give me some feedback. So they didn't say it looks good. Instagram posts look visually appealing and engaging. Here are a few suggestions. Contrast and the text and the blocks stand out well, but you might consider making the font size a bit larger to ensure it's readable. So yeah, I did that on purpose. So I left it small because I wanted to see what it would say. I'll align the spacing, ensure that your text is centered both vertically and horizontally within the block. So let's go back and start making these corrections. And it should be centered. So pretty much the first one said, make the size bigger to be a lot more readable. Great. The second one said, ensure the text is centered both vertically and horizontally. I think it is. It's a good thing with Canva is Canva will actually help you on this. Yes, it's no box. Okay. If possible, add a small logo or watermark. Good idea. The CTA is clear, but consider adding a small arrow icon pointing to the join now to draw attention. Hashtag and handles in the caption section of your Instagram post. Make sure you include relevant hashtags. All right, so now I'm going to ask it for more information on Just tell me to add an emoji. Okay. So one thing I'm surprised it actually didn't tell me to add emojis. Because I know I did this before, it actually told me to add emojis into the actual post, which is cool. Maybe the fact that it's got a lot of graphics. The one I did that before was this right here. You said new and the old one in the AI Marketing Insiders group. I did a post on showing you like what the beginning was and what wasn't. I didn't actually have emojis in here. I didn't have the colors sticking out, so it actually gave me some suggestions. Okay, so I'm actually gonna put the emojis in. Oh, so now what I do is take another screenshot. Go here, upload the file. Here is a revised version. And what I'll do maybe is after I'll show you the other suggestions it gave me as well. So this is kind of cool because there might be small things that you don't notice, like the centering, like the spacing, etc. And it's actually giving you feedback, which is really cool. So the resolution looks better with the added emojis. Here are a few suggestions for you. Um, balance and consistency. Ensure the text is centered within the black box for a polished look. So you see, I didn't have it centered. Okay. The current emojis are engaging. However, consider using a slightly larger or bold font for the CTA to make it stand out. So it's saying make this larger. Okay. Sure. Contrast colors. The contrast between the black text and is effective. Consider slightly increasing the font size of the white text to make it more readable. Okay. So it's pretty much telling me, I feel like it's telling me the same thing here. Spacing, ensure enough spacing around the emojis and text so everything is easily readable. And you can add a pointing. So what if I did? So I like doing these videos live because that way you can actually see everything on it. So this is not like pre-rehearsed. I've gone through this before, and part of the fun of that is that it actually shows you like you really got to revise it. You really got to go through it. And it's not always going to give you the best output. Like I feel the one that I got yesterday was a lot better, which is really cool. But That looks fantastic. The add emoji adjustments make the post more engaging or appealing. Font size and boldness. Ensure the so one thing I do find is if you keep on revising it, we'll keep on giving you suggestions. At a point where it becomes repetitive, that's kind of where you have to say, okay, this is good enough, and go. I'm going to show you one more. Here. So this is the one that I did yesterday. This is what I started with, and while I was getting ready, this is what I ended up with. So it told me a bunch of suggestions, like do a little bit of contrast color here, make the words stick out, use emojis, and that's why I felt like it gave me really good feedback. If you're comparing this right here versus this right here, right? Because this is a lot more exciting, and things stick out versus I now look at this and be like, yeah, it's kind of, I thought it was good, but it's kind of boring. But that's why I'm not the design expert. So it told me in this, it goes, the designs and good balance of elements ensure geometric shapes do not over power the text. The CTA come for free is engaging even. So what I also find interesting is when I did this yesterday, it gave me a different set of suggestions. Yeah, so here it is. I go, can you make suggestions, right? So it told me visually appealing, told me to add um, a background image, small icon, text formatting, call to action, branding. And also give me some icons. Um, I went through colors, and like I said, I went through some changes. And like I said, it keeps on going over and over again. And the fact that it's going to say, it's going to come to a point where it's just going to give you the same session over and over again. That's where you have to kind of figure out what you're going to do. Okay, so if we go to this, and let's assume we're ready now. Let's go on to the next step. So the next step would be this. Like I would put it back in and be like, can you create a description and hashtags for Instagram? So now, if you were to do this for TikTok, you'd have to include a caption as well. If you're doing it just for Instagram, then you only need the description and the hashtags. And now it's going to actually give me a description and hashtag I can use. So this is really cool in the fact that it can actually read what the post is, and based on what the actual post is, it can actually give you a description. It can give you hashtags. It can give you all this information reading what this is here, right? So right now it's your competition. It actually is taking the words right off the image, which is really cool. So this, and again, this is where you need to make sure you're on message, because no, you're not going to learn about email marketing or sales copy or any of that stuff in the 5-day challenge. That stuff you can learn, but that's in the classroom section. I don't want to brag between your expert. I'd rather not. I'd rather keep that out. Yeah. So this looks like this is actually to me not usable because a lot because it's mentioning things that are not really doing it. So hold on, we're gonna redo this. Uh, Again, like I mentioned, that's why I'm doing it live, right? Let's go on this one here. Uh, can you create a description and hashtag post for Instagram and for the 5-day AI marketing challenge? So keep in mind, like I found that this went more towards the AI Marketing Insiders group, where I want it to be actually for the challenge. So let's see what's this. Let's go to the future of marketing. Join the 5-day AI Marketing Challenge to transform your strategies of AI with your starting or some experience. Okay, it's perfect for use. Save time, boost your activities, and drive real results. So I like that because the whole point of this is to save a lot of time. Um, okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're not done yet. I'm going to actually show the best part, or something a little bit more advanced, which I think is pretty cool. Next, but just to summarize what we've gone through is we coming up with a caption, coming up with an idea. You can brainstorm a lot more. Taking that caption, going over to Canva, creating an actual post, and from creating an actual post, coming back here, getting feedback, making the post a lot better, and then creating the description, creating the hashtag. So we've gone through a lot here. And now, if you want to do this even more, you just need to write this and create 10 more similar captions to the above. Here's the thing: if you have something that's gone viral or something that's worked really well, what I would suggest is show it that post and ask it to repurpose it. Like I talk about this in the AI Marketing Insiders group a lot. Like repurposing is a big thing. If you had something that's been successful, repurpose it. Like I did that, and I had something that did really well, and I repurposed it and added an extra 3-4 grand a month, right? And it was literally like 3 hours of work, but it worked because I had something that worked. So why not repurpose it? And the original was a lot more than that, but it worked. Okay, so now you have the captions. What I would do is I would take these captions, I create them in Canva, and let's go back over here. So here's what I did. I had to create a whole bunch of captions. Um, Made some suggestions. I created them in Canva. And then from the 10 posts, what I did is I have my standard stuff I like to have in my descriptions. I told it, I want for each to create the caption, hashtag, and description, and include this as well. So it went in, it created all of this based on the fact that I gave it all these images here. Right. So in less than 2 hours, I created 14 posts. Right. You want to talk about saving time. You want to talk about creating a better quality product. This is it. Like this helps so much and it's super valuable. Um, Same. So yeah, 100%. Like you can see how you can take this journey. And if you want to see it, like check my Instagram out. We're gonna see how this goes, right? And I'm going to be testing it over the next while. And I've created these posts, um, and now we'll just go through and we'll actually promote these promotes. Like I haven't done a lot to promote the 5-day AI marketing challenge, but It's easy good. It's how people are brand new or even a little bit in AI who've never used it for marketing to actually get something out the door. Like I want you to win. I want you to actually get something to see like the power of AI because I just think this will change things quite a bit. So okay, so just to recap, what we've gone through today is we pretty much from scratch. We started a conversation with ChatGPT. We came up with a caption. We ended up creating a post in Canva. We did the descriptions. We did the hashtags, and we also repurposed it to create 10 more posts that we could use. Um, if you haven't liked this video, do like this video. If you're not part of AI Marketing Insiders, go join AI Marketing Insiders. I'll include a link. And yeah, if you have any questions, please ask. We're here to learn, share, and grow together.